And the last video we talked about the sets, like all the cheat sheet, like different methods and stuff, like now we will go through examples, like on as in code, like so first thing, how to create the set, like empty set. This is, you can make anything, like I just write it on my sets, like and this is will create like an empty set. And if you want to see the type, what type is it, just write type in front of the variable my set, and you can see if you run the program, it will show you the class is set. No. Next thing, how to create set with items, like these are the very important point in here, like so if you create like this, like my set and a curly brace, it will consider as in dictionary. It won't be set, like let's say if I run this, like and if you put like a my set with a curly brace, the different items, like then it will be considered as in set, like so I'll just run the program, and you can see the first item, it is a dictionary. What type is it? This is a dictionary, and the second one is showing the set, like because items in there, like so it's in set now. And what's items within my set? These are the items in my set, like so just to keep in mind this, like is very important, like in case you're thinking what is it, like why is showing dictionary. Next thing we'll do, finding the length of the set is very simple, like just write the length functions, length keyword in front of the variable, the my set, like and it will show you the your size of the set, like which will show you the 3, because 1 2 3, there is only 3 numbers. And if you put another one more number, let's say 6, then it will show the 4, and the last time I said, like on my previous video, the set will not allow duplicate items, like let's say I've created 2 sets here. One is like my fruit set, like apple, orange, and apple, and 2 apples in there, just to show you an example. If I print, like this my fruit set, like it will show you only the apple and orange, but it will discard like apple, because it will take only one. As you can see, apple and orange. It won't show you like the everything, because it's no duplicate allowed, like so what you can do next, how to convert a set, convert list to set, like let's say I have a list created, like my food list. We know how to create the list, like so with the brackets, we call third bracket, like first bracket is this one is the first bracket, we call this one first bracket. It's the second bracket, this one is the second bracket, and the one sure, that is the third bracket. So anyway, probably you could say a different thing, like I'm not sure, like what in your country it says, like so this is my list, like the everything inside my list I created. So I converted this list to the set. So first I'll check, like what's in my list. This is in my list, like apple, orange, cherry, watermelon, apple and orange, like 2 times apple and orange. So if I want to convert to this list to set, like converting, I can see, like just my fruit list to set. I'm just put the name of the variable, like and then set keyword in front of it within this variable, like from the, sorry, this is the list, so I'm putting the set keyword in front of and within bracket, like that's variable, and this will convert to the set, like and I'm storing all the results, like in that variable. So I'm printing out on here, like my fruit list to set. So if I print this, like you can see it was apple 2 times and orange 2 times, but now it's only once time, apple, orange, cherry, and melon. So this you see, that's very important, like so you can easily convert list to set, like now what we can do next, you see, like, we said, like, you cannot set cannot keep the items in order, like, so that's why, because of that, like, you cannot access by the index number, like, I just created once, and if I try to access, like, the zeros index, like, let's say my zeros index is my fruit list to set this variable, which is in apple, like, at the moment zeros in apple. But if I run this, like, it will show the error message: set object is not subscriptable, but it says, like, indexable, like, the same thing, like, so you cannot do this, like, we cannot access by the index number. And the set does not support the sorted either. But in another way, like, if you want to sorted the items, like, set items, like, so this change to set to the list. Last time we showed, like, list to set, so you can change from the set to list, or you can the built-in function, like, sorted. So here is an example, like, I can see if I run this testing set to sort. So if I put a built-in function sorted functions and put this variable inside this sort, like, because it was a set, like, this one. So I created this set, like, from list to set, like, so as you can see, the set items are these are. So I want to sort it, like, so if I run these, you can see it's sorted, like, by alphabetical order: apple, cherry, orange, watermelon. So A, B, C, D, E, all the way to W, like, so you can do this way, like, the built-in function sorted functions. And what else? Adding items in the sort, like, how to add items, very simple, like, just built-in functions, like, name of this the variable, like, the name of the set, like, and then add. So I want to plum, I want to add, like, so update it by set now. So if I run the program, is you can see apple, orange, and plum now on my fruit list, with my fruit set, like, because I created the first my fruit set in here, here my fruit set: apple, orange, and apple. But as you can know, the apple will be discarded because set is not allow duplicate, like, so here I added a plum, like, so. And if you want to delete, like, or remove or discard any item from the set, like, you can use the built-in function, this either discard or remove, like, so if you use a discard, like, apple, it will delete, like, so if I run this, so you see updated sets now, which I added, like, here, this one added one, and deleted, like, orange and plum. Apple has been deleted, so there's only orange and plum left, like, but if you run the discard method and even the items are not inside the set, still it will not show any error message, like, let's say I want to this one, see, the watermelon is not in my set, like, but I wanted to discard the watermelon, but it will not show any error message, like, if you run this program, you see there's no error message. But if you use the remove functions, like, then it will show the error message, like, if I run this, like, let's say remove functions and watermelon, because there's no watermelon, it will show the error message, like, you can see watermelon is key error, there's no watermelon, like, this line 67, line number 67. So make sure, like, if you which function you want to use, like, and but if I use this one, I know the plums are available in my set, like, so if I want to remove the plum, so run this program, you see plum has been deleted, only orange left. Updated sets now, my fruit set only, I deleted, like, a plum. Now right, I'm just going to uncomment this until one. How to update a sets, like, remember last time we were talking, like, if you can add two sets together, like, so I created two sets here, and as you can see, programming language Python, Java, C++, and the rate of the language I just funny way, like, Python 5 stars and Java 4 stars and C++ 3 star. So if you want to put two set together, update it, like, so programming language dot update that set I want to update, like, so if I run this, like, after update the sets, and everything will be in this set, like, adding together. So as you can see, The as you know, the sets are won't keep the order, like, so you see it's showing like, 5 4 5-star, 4-star, Python, C++, Java, and 3 stars, like, but remember I said, like, last video, like, you cannot use the string message to update, like, let's say this one here. Let's say you want a programming language in on that side, like you want to update something, a spider, like, the string message, like, what will happen, like, if I run this, and you can see, like, that it's gonna put every single letter as a sequence, like, as you can see here, this is spider S with the S here, S P Y, D, or so. Make sure, like, it will be separated, like, every single letter will be in the sequence, like, so I mean, it's not nice to nice way to do that. This is a very important part, like, the set, the operations, like, this is very powerful. Now what I'm just going to close, uncomment this one. Now let's see the how to use the set operator, like, so I create the two sets here. One is the fruit set, like, apple, orange, watermelon, plums, and banana. And favorite fruits, what I like, watermelon. It could be, you could be different person, like, you love maybe different fruits, like, this is what I love, like, watermelons, mango, grapes, dates, and banana. So how can you can see the union example, like, so while I said unions will put two sets together and create new sets, like, so my fruit set here, the first set, and this is the symbol, like, you have to use for to create the union and favorite fruits. And if I run this, like, you will see it has been created new sets with both sets together, like, but it own print 2 times banana and 2 times the watermelon, only 1 times, like, so you see there's watermelons 1 times and the banana 1 times. So it only apply the duplicate, like, and what's next? So you can do intersections, like, so how can I do intersections? So intersection is this sign, and sign, like, and person sign, like, so in intersection, what is intersections? It will create a new set items that are both in the set, like, so we can see the watermelons in this set available, watermelon in that set, banana and banana both is available. So this is only these 2 items will capture, like, you see intersection examples, banana and watermelon. And what is the last one, the difference, like, in the difference is this symbol, like, exponent, like, we call, like, in maths, like, so you can use that symbol, like, to create the difference, like, what's the difference? It will make it a new set containing the items that are not in both sets, like, so it will get rid of this watermelons and banana because these are available, but these items are not available in both sets. Like apple is available here, but it's not in here. Orange here, not in here. So it will take all the items except like watermelons and banana. Now let's see you see there's no watermelons and banana difference. So I hope you guys enjoy, like, if you have any question, please make a comment, like, and please help me to subscribe my channels, like, and it will help me to encourage you to create the more content, and hope you see you next video. Thanks, bye bye.